Hello, Prof. Mel and classmates. I will be presenting Communicating Corporate Social Responsibility in relation to brand management. This is one of the presentations on Module 8 Issues and Challenges in CSR Communication. We'll look at the purpose or objectives of this presentation, and then we'll discuss the issues of CSR communication, brand management, and we'll end with a discussion questions or points. This presentation will look into the use case of one of the top five global construction company, which is Skanska, which is a Swedish company. This is a construction company that had issues due to corporate ethical issues and inappropriate timing of CSR communication. So I will be presenting the empirical study of this company. We will also discern brand management as a CSR communication investment and leverage learnings and company CSR communications. Okay, let's look at the Skanska example. So one of the issues that this construction company was the doubtful reputation due to unethical conduct of the business, which is related to the use of a sealing substance used in the construction of the building of the tunnel of Hallandsås in Sweden in 1997. And this poisoning substance caused death of the livestock in the area, such as cattle and fish, and also caused human illness. In fact, the site also was declared as a high-risk zone, and the use and sales of agriculture products from the region was banned. The other issue of this company happened again in 2001, wherein the extensive media coverage highlights and have more voices in terms of the issues on cartel incident. However, the communication on the created code of conduct had less impact to the stakeholders. As such, the passive and untimely CSR communications negatively affect the brand or image of the company. As I've mentioned, even if the company has learned from the previous issues on unethical business operations, and even if they have created a code of conduct, such code of conduct created by the company did not reach the stakeholders. So, what has been the drivers of change for these challenges? One is the environmental emergencies that was recognized by the company. The other aspect is the disagreement with the societal norms. So the expectations of the society is not aligned with what the company has been doing. And another big aspect of this driver of change is the influence of media. As you have noticed, even if the company has created a code of conduct, still the communication message of that code of conduct did not reach the intended stakeholders. So Skanska learned from those issues and they have defined the solutions. And these are the chronological order on how the company were able to learn and utilize those learnings to define the solutions for the company. So again, the first incident was the toxic scandal of that poisonous substance happened in 1997. And as a result, the top management makes verbal commitment regarding those ethical issues. And in fact, they have also created an environmental unit. Unfortunately, such communication were not able to cascaded or were not perceived by the public. Skanska company also benchmark CSR with other companies like Shell, and thus they renamed their environmental unit into sustainability. Despite that, they still had issues on the asphalt cartel in 2001, which allowed the company to become more proactive in publishing the first sustainability report in order to manage the cascading or educational program for its employees in the ethical conduct of such. In addition, the company has been part also of the developing environmental classification buildings in collaboration with different stakeholders. However, communication alone will not do the purpose. There should be the embodiment of what is being said. Walk the talk and chalk the walk, meaning to be able to communicate effectively, such as the code of business conduct. Communicating corporate values should have a variety of interest and should meet the expectations of the stakeholder. Maignan and Farrell in 2004 also highlighted that CSR communication does not only create awareness and support positive brand image, but also it creates a strong bond between the company and its stakeholders. Walk the talk and chalk the walk will enable the company to not be labeled as a greenwashing of its corporate image. So these are some of the solutions that Skanska company has done. The starting from the CEO, they created the value-based leadership. They developed the ethical code of conduct along with effective communication and align those experience characteristic through communication and use together with the ethical profile and efforts on the code of conduct. Pringle and Thompson in 1999 highlighted the importance of the shared values. So, communication should not only build brand character or image, should not only focus on product truth or characteristics, or even should not only focus on the customer insights or profile. However, it should focus on the shared values, which is the intersection of these three elements: product, brand, and consumer insights. Branding should be considered as an asset and a long term investment. This can be expressed as a goodwill, loyalty, corporate reputation. Social values and engagement would strengthen the brand. It should be institutionalized in a company and it should accommodate stakeholders, interest group with similar values. These are the references of the presentation. And for our discussion points, what are the learnings that you have picked up from the Skanska CSR communication that can potentially be utilized in your organization or any company of your interest? Or can you provide other examples of issues and challenges in its solutions pertaining to CSR communication relative to brand management. I'm looking forward for our interaction and discussion. Thank you very much.